stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Keep looking down. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. I'm trying to be your hero. It's the only way that I know. This battle is never through. Every risk that I take, every bone that I break, just doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Keep looking down. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do.
Right, Connie, just to begin with, as an international student, would you recommend joining any of these Team Brunel clubs?
Absolutely. It's the best way to make friends because everyone's out there to meet new people. Everyone's on the same boat, and joining a team gives you something of interest that everyone has.
Which clubs are you in?
So I play volleyball, futsal, and football.
Right, how many hours do you train per week then? Unless you're not.
So I have 4 training sessions in total, each 2 hours. Can't do maths.
So, Matt, I know you're part of the rugby club, and recently the rugby club has developed a partnership and a scholarship programme with Ealing TRAILFINDERS. How do you think that this partnership has now benefited the club?
So obviously Ealing are a professional rugby side. They've been doing great in the championship for years. And it's just with their experience and their funding that the Brunel rugby program is just going to increase exponentially. With our new scholarship program, we're able to provide kind of funding support for new students coming in, so it gives access to people who might not necessarily be able to come to university. And it's really up there with some of the top scholarship programs in the country. Obviously with their funding, new coaches coming in, I think our coaching setup is going to increase by 4 or 5 times. So that means that the amount of individual coaching hours people are going to be able to get is going to be massive, and we're going to be able to provide a rugby offer up there with some of the best sporting universities in the country.
Yeah. Just jump into swimming. I know that there's 2 huge competitions in the Bucks League every year. How are these weekend events organised?
So there's a massive amount of planning that goes into these kind of competitions. Bucks Long Course Championships is the biggest competition in the country, and that goes from everything from the beginning of the year when you're planning what kind of events people are going to be doing and how you're going to plan their training schedule coming up to the competition, how you're going to taper them off, but also there's a lot of planning that goes into just the logistical side of it, in terms of where people are going to be staying and how people are going to be warming up, how people are going to be warming down between races. Because when you start packing a lot of high-intensity sprinting competitions into a short space of time, you have to turn athletes around within a short space of time to be able to get through all their events and do as well as they can. So that's a huge part of it, and we have a really great coach who we just recruited this year. He's been dealing with that really, really well. He comes to all our competitions, deals with all our athletes. He knows exactly what's going on, and that leaves the committee to deal with it, the more of the union side of things in terms of transporting people, where they're staying, things like that.
Yeah. So I know that you guys must spend a lot of time together, preparing all year round. Do you have any best moments you can share with us?
We do have a great time training because a lot of these guys are training pretty much every single day together. And as much as swimming's sort of an individual sport, you're in water, you can't really hear anybody most of the time, you're just kind of doing your own thing. A lot of the time you only get to spend time talking outside of the pool or when you're sitting at the end of a lane line. But we have a lot of a great social scene as well. We have a lot of nights out and a lot of stuff we do on weekends together and just team bonding. It's not the biggest group, but it's really tight-knit and everybody just has a great time.
Yeah, obviously you guys are elite athletes. Are there any programs for recreational swimmers?
Yeah, so we do accommodate recreational swimmers. That's sort of segregated sessions just for them. So the way we like to split it up is to have our recreational group training on specific things for themselves, so that it doesn't make them feel sort of as though they're training with really high performance people and they can't keep up with them. And then also keeping the more elite level swimmers in a different group enables them to just have a really focused time for themselves and get the most out of those sessions.
It's a great way to get everyone involved, I guess.
Definitely, yeah.
So Lauren, from your shirt, obviously we can see that it says active at Brunel. Can you just tell us a bit more about your role and a bit more about active at Brunel? Like, what is it? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so I'm currently on my placement here at Brunel. I work in the student union, running our social sport programme. So we have Team Brunel, which is what all our hoodies and shirts are for, which is our competitive side, and then the social side is active at Brunel. When we had our full schedule on, we put on roughly 30 different activities every week, and that's stuff including intramural football, tag rugby, yoga, Pilates, swimming lessons. Could name them all, but it would take a long time. And basically I decide what we do based on feedback and what students and staff want to do, program all that, find instructors, and yeah, that is my job.
So you started playing sport when you first came to Brunel. What sport was that?
Rugby as well, actually.
So how did you get involved with this? How did you find out about it? And what was it actually like to your first going along for the first session?
So I hadn't played rugby since I was about 13, and then I came to Brunel and went to the Freshers Fair, found the stall, and all the ladies there were really nice, really friendly. They told me to come along to a taster session, and I thought, why not? First day of uni, let's go. And I just had a great time chucking a ball around with them, and then they invited me to a social, and I just fell in love with it from there. Now we're third year of playing this sport, and I'm the women's chair this year. Or it's about to end because I'm going into my fourth year, but there we go.
So what would you say if someone's a little bit hesitant about joining the club, they don't know whether they should do it or not? Would you say go for it? Or
I think definitely go for it, and also go talk to people at Freshers Fair. They will answer all of the questions that you have. And you can go to a taster session, and if you absolutely hate it, you never have to go again.
Great, well, thank you for that.
So Diogo, I know that you play football for futsal actually, and football.
Yeah, I play both, yeah.
For the men's team, but you also coach the women's team for futsal.
Yeah.
What's that like?
So it's really good. To be fair, I coach the women's futsal. Connie's actually one of the players. I got involved last year, my final undergrad year, volunteering, because someone that wants to go into coaching anyway. And it's really good, to be fair. It's really good. It gave me the opportunity to learn more about the game, to learn more about the job I want to do in the future. It gave me more opportunity to be studying but having a coaching job at the same time. That's very accessible for me, living on campus, and so, because of course I used to take coaching jobs which, you know, maybe on the other side of London and stuff like that. So it's a lot easier to have everything so compact. Yeah.
Would you recommend people trying to volunteer on campus and maybe do a bit of coaching with other teams as well?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like overall it's such a good opportunity to not just to look good on your CV, because that's what a lot of people use as a an answer for what it looks good, what's it good for. But it's good experience, because once it's like a social experience as well. You know, I met a few different people, because of course in terms of sport at Brunel everyone's quite together, but you don't get as involved if you're playing at the same time. So me, a futsal player when I was playing, or a football player when I was playing, I couldn't see the women's game because I'm playing at the same time. But then when I started coaching the girls, I was more aware of their performance. I was more aware of making friends on that side and adding a social side to it. And overall, it's really good to get involved and volunteer, because doing something without expecting anything back, it's all about becoming a person that enjoys what they do.
So, Lucy, I know you're part of the Netball Club, which is one of the largest clubs on campus, and you also recently won our Club of the Year award, so well done for that. But how have you found being the chairperson for such a busy, big club?
Yeah, I can't lie, it's been stressful, but probably the best thing I've ever done. It's kind of one of those things that has definitely helped me to grow into a leader and maybe better at public speaking and various other things. And I think, although I think because it's such a big club, you kind of make friends and you become like a big family, and it's kind of nice to have that feel, as well as having Team Brunel in itself. But I think, yeah, it's been hard, but it's been good for my kind of organisation skills. And
So would you recommend going for any of these, like, part of the committee? Would you, like, give advice to prospective students to go and join?
100%. I think kind of to mimic what Diogo said, it's not just about what looks good on your CV.
Yeah.
It's actually a really enjoyable experience, and it's actually really rewarding because you can you better the club, and especially this year to win an award like Club of the Year. I think everyone on committee can kind of give themselves a pat on the back and think we did that, you know, like, so it's a nice feel to be part of something so good.
So one question that normally comes up is about the social scene on campus. But what is the social scene for Team Brunel club members like?
Yeah, okay. So Wednesday is game day for everyone, well, for most people in Team Brunel. And I think even if you're not part of Team Brunel, you kind of jump onto game day. And so most clubs have socials, and we will go out locally. And it's a really fun night. It's celebrating or drowning your sorrows, I suppose, if you lose. But it's a really fun night. But the thing is that we have that Wednesday night, but the clubs in themselves, like I know for netball, we do our kind of like sober socials, and we go and have fun. We go paintballing or for team meals and things like that. So kind of accommodate everyone.
Yeah,
you know.
so you have that option of whether you want to go drinking, but those who don't drink, you know, you go out and play.
Not excessively.
I'm Izzy Brider, and I do ITF Taekwondo. I compete at a European and world level. I do international and national competitions, but national competitions I don't do too much. But my main focus is like competing at world and European level.
Hi, so I'm Erin. I play first team at Brunel Netball, but then I also play in Sussex Thunder and also for Surrey Storm. So Brunel Netball, we play in the South Premier League. Sussex Thunder, we play in Premier League 3, like nationally, and then Surrey Storm is National Performance League under-21s.
Hey, my name's Tyree Donovan. I'm a 400-metre hurler for Senior England Athletics team, and I study English with creative writing here at Brunel University. So I'm a Senior England International for England Athletics, and my club at the moment is Windsor Athletics. So some of the benefits here at Brunel University is we have on-site accommodation, which gives you great accessibility to the indoor athletic centre facilities here.
Bishop Hall is less than 30 seconds walk away. I can roll out of bed and come into the gym.
I think it's fairly new built, because obviously I lived in there in first year as well. It's all quite clean. We get cleaners that come every day as well. Obviously the people, again, are mostly sport people. So it's quite nice when people want to eat together. Like, obviously people go to training sort of in and out of the flat, but it makes you more motivated to want to do well in your sport when you hear about other people in their sport journeys as well.
It gives you great accessibility around campus. I know for myself, for the academics as well, is really important, and being next to all the lecture centres and the facilities at the same time is a great combo.
In the scholarship programme, I get many benefits, such as I get to come to the IAC like free access, and it's so helpful for me to come in here and train. I have the mats, I have the track, the gym, and then I can go to the spa whenever I feel the need to. If I need to recover, go in the ice bath. I also have access to the physio, which is really helpful if I have any injuries, if I need a sports massage.
So we get physio, we get kit. We also allowed a permit on campus. The permit is for your cars, so obviously I have my car at uni because I travel away for training, so with some of my other teams, so it means I can keep my car on campus.
And treatment facilities for me are probably most important, because it's great for recovery. You know a lot about your body and good health when you're training, and then come competition season, you know that you're in great shape.
I think my highlight of training at Brunel within the programme is being able to come into the IAC and meet really high-level people, which is helping me motivate myself, and it means that I can take things from what they're doing in their sports and help what I'm doing, and it's really benefited how I train and how I compete, and getting kind of a high-level competitor's perspective in other sports is it really helps me, and it really spurs me on to carry on competing and doing well. The sports scholarship program helps me balance my work and training, because I'm able to come into the gym and I can fit it around my day because I live so close.
The specialised coaching has helped me because obviously our coach Jo Tripp plays in the Super League, so she's quite a high level player, and I play in like the under-21s division of that. So she also plays in like my position. So for me, she's been quite concerned about my workload and like my work rate. So she's taken time out for me to manage that, and obviously I've had to cut down a few sessions. Although it might seem like obviously doing a lot would be better, it actually was like more detrimental to my performance. So she's been quite like kind to look out for me and like help me get better at the sport really.
If I get an injury, we can always book in with the physios here, and they can really help us in kind of establishing what may be wrong, what we need to do, if we need to go and get more help, if we need to just stick with them, or if we need a sports massage, they can help us in that sense. They can talk to us about it.
So the application process is quite simple, 2-page form, and you have to hand it in through mid-season. You talk about your competitive results, and then you see what comes out at the end of it.
I think anyone who wants to come and join Brunel and wants to get into the scholarship program, I think they should definitely apply, because you can really make great use of the facilities and it can really benefit your training. I know my performance has gotten so much better since I came here.
For a new student to join the university, you need to make sure you're getting yourself included right from the very start. Always remember to enjoy yourself. You know there's going to be times which are going to be hard training, but you know you've got great people around you to support you with that.
Thank you.